In elementary school, this boy who liked me once told me because the feelings weren't mutual, you think you're all that when you're not even that. Why? Because he was trying to knock my self-esteem down a peg. From a young age, pretty girls are sent messages that we shouldn't gatekeep ourselves. We need to be nice. We aren't all that. But yet, we didn't ask for the attention that the other person is giving us. And as beautiful women, we continue to receive attention due to our looks. But by now, it's important to discern people's intentions when they come into your space. If you don't have boundaries in place and don't gatekeep, it's easier for people to use you. And this is how many beautiful women end up getting dragged. There are people who will literally drag your self-esteem to the floor so that you don't fully see yourself. And this basically gives them more access to you. And ultimately, gatekeeping is important because as beautiful women, you don't owe anyone access to your presence. So here are 7 key reasons why gatekeeping is important. The first reason is because you'll prevent yourself from being objectified. A beautiful woman linked to a man elevates his presence to his peers. He's seen as more manly because he was able to attract a partner, not just any partner, but one that other people may also desire. And a man who may show interest sometimes it's not because he's genuinely interested in the person. He's just interested in the body. You won't be eager to please anyone or be quick to let anyone's words get in your head if you're gatekeeping, because not all attention is good attention, as we know. When you're constantly noticed for your looks, it becomes easy for some people to reduce you to your appearance. But as a beautiful woman, you're not, don't allow yourself to feed into this. You are much more than your face and your body. And gatekeeping your access, meaning you choose when and how you engage with people, is important. Being selective with who you give time to reminds people that your beauty doesn't make you readily available. It's sort of like having a queen mindset, and I did speak about that in another video, so you could check that out. But queens, we know them to be beautiful. That's like the default. However, you're absolutely not going to gain access to be in their presence so easily. The second reason why a pretty girl, a beautiful woman, needs to gatekeep is because it'll help you attract higher quality relationships. When you're open to everyone, you attract everyone. That includes the opportunists, the charmers, those who are emotionally unavailable. If you've ever felt drained by people who only wanted something from you, your energy, your money, your status, the list goes on, you'll know that people around you sometimes not only don't have the best intentions, but they're so low vibrational that it begins to drain you. And so you are the one who ends up kind of radiating on their frequency. So gatekeeping helps you to filter these type of people out. It's not about being cold, it's about being conscious about the people you have around you, from friendships to something more serious. When you stop giving automatic access to everyone, you'll find that only those who want to put in the effort, those who respect your boundaries, those who are truly interested in sticking around the real you are going to be there. Those out for self-gain, they couldn't be bothered. People can only be fake for so long before the mask fall off. And I would say the third reason to gatekeep is that it protects your physical safety. And this one is serious. As women, we are often taught to be polite, to smile, to not make a scene, but politeness can't come at the cost of your safety. Not everyone who approaches you has good intentions. Sometimes a smile can be misread as an invitation, or a person feels as if they can now spark up a conversation with you because they said hello and you smiled. So gatekeeping isn't only about emotional protection, it's also about physical safety. As women, we have to trust our instincts more as well. If someone makes you uncomfortable, you don't owe them anything, not your attention, not your time, and definitely not your presence. Like yesterday, I was out and I was sitting on a bench, and this man asked to sit on the bench next to me. So I said, sure. I mean, it's a public bench. And then I got up and moved to the left to sit on another bench where another lady was sitting. Now, I was polite, but I also felt more comfortable, creating some physical distance between me and the man. So creating distance, walking away, not engaging. It's not rude, it's smart, because your safety is a non-negotiable. Number 4, gatekeeping can actually help you form deeper connections. When your circle is vetted, and people see this, because we can see from the outside, if a person has a lot of friends, we could see the type of friends that they have. And smart women are drawn to people who vet their circles. So you don't have to be friends with everyone. And gatekeeping allows space for real, soulful relationships, the kind that go beyond, the surface compliments and the small talk, the kind that involves shared values and emotional safety. And you'll find that people who have a lot to lose, they're still people. They still want someone to talk to, a girlfriend to confide in. But they're not going to share things with the woman who's friends with everyone. The guy with something to lose isn't likely, because I'm thinking of some of my friends in different professions. The guy who has something to lose isn't likely to be drawn to the woman who's constantly on the phone gossiping. He's checking who her friends are, how she's moving around people. So by you gatekeeping and choosing quality over quantity in your social life, you give yourself the gift of peace, and people who value peace are going to be drawn to you. And this helps create genuine intimacy, because deeper relationships require more effort and more time. And you just can't give that to everyone. So gatekeeping, in addition to, the things I mentioned before, it also will help you form deeper connections. It also helps pretty women protect their time. As women, I think that we are socialized to be caretakers and to meet everyone's needs, sometimes before our own. But your time, this is something that can't be gotten back. It's a valuable currency. So every minute spent entertaining the wrong people is basically a minute stolen from your own life, your own goals. And gatekeeping protects your time and your focus. It helps you avoid situations that don't serve you. Because I definitely feel some people, they're way off course from their purpose because of the people they have around them. And that includes the person sleeping next to you in bed. Number 6, by gatekeeping yourself as a pretty woman, you will create mystery and intrigue. And we live in a world that tells us to put ourselves out there, post more, share more, be available, be responsive. But you don't have to. Mystery isn't manipulative, it's magnetic. And feminine magnetism thrives on selectiveness. When you don't share everything, when you aren't always accessible, when you allow yourself to hold something back, you become more intriguing. I don't know if you remember the show Being Mary Jane, but I watched the first season and then I watched the season with Michael Eli. And I remember in an interview he said when he asked his wife, or the woman who became his wife, out on a date, and gave her the day, she said she was unavailable. It had to be done on another day. And that piqued his interest. Gatekeeping, even gatekeeping your time, it gives you more power as a woman, because you're always the person deciding what parts of yourself you'll reveal and to whom. And that, I'll call it discernment, makes your presence in a person's life even more powerful. Finally, women who gatekeep, we're better able to maintain privacy. You don't have to have, you don't have to just answer everything that a person asks. Privacy is peace. Not everything needs to be announced or shown. Your life, your relationships, your dreams, not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. Gatekeeping your privacy also means protecting your emotional and spiritual health. And honestly, there's so much more power in keeping certain parts of your life private. As a beautiful woman, you are allowed to take up space. People always talk about beauty opens doors, but it works both ways. People may want to open the door to gain access to you, but by gatekeeping and having boundaries, you are the one deciding who gets through. There's no free-for-all here, because the wrong people having access will drain you in some way. Be intentional about who has access to you. That is basically what gatekeeping is. Put up boundaries at work, put up boundaries at school, put up boundaries with your family members, with your kids, with your spouse, with your partner. You don't have to answer every question that people ask you, as I said. When people are fishing for information, you don't have to give them. How does sharing certain things about your life, no matter who is asking, help you? Ask yourself that. Always gatekeep. Practice gatekeeping if you know you've said too much in the past or have been too willing to let people in your life. Like when I think of gatekeeping, I think of like houses. Gates are built to protect. And as a beautiful woman, you're worthy of protection. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to hit the subscribe button and support my channel where femininity meets personal growth, and share this video with a friend.